Hi guys, welcome back to another video, or your first video here, I don't know. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome either way. This is going to be my June 2022 not reading wrap up, that's coming in a bit, my book haul for the month, and I bought 6 books this month, which isn't that bad, although I didn't get rid of any, so I guess this is going to be technically my unhaul video too, but let's just get into it. I don't know what order I've put these in, so I'm just going to see what they are as they pop up. The first is The Unfriend by Stephen Moffat. This is a play from I was about to say Bad Play Club, that's not it, from my National Theatre subscription service where I get a play in the post every month, and this one sounds absolutely hilarious. This is about a couple who are on a cruise and they meet this sort of eccentric person, and she's a little bit odd, but they sort of make friends with her over the time that they're away, and they want to be polite, and they're thinking, well, we'll never see her again. And when she sort of pops up at their home and they are getting more and more desperate to get rid of her, but they can't because they are trying to be polite. And this just sounds absolutely hilarious and something that I will definitely be reading soon. The next one I have is Don't Call Us Dead by Denez Smith. So this one I picked up because I saw Kayla from Books and Lala talking about it. I technically got this for free, but okay, let me backpedal. The publishing house Penguin does their sort of surveys and market research through a organisation called Bookmarks, and I'm subscribed to them, and I fill in a lot of their surveys about book covers and purchasing behaviour and that sort of thing. And as you complete more and more surveys, you eventually get free perks. And I got to the point, I signed up probably in like 2019, and I've just gotten to the point where I have got my first free book that I got to choose. So I chose this one really because poetry books are often slightly more expensive than fiction, and I never know how I'm going to enjoy them. I find that poetry can really be hit or miss, especially if it's poetry that, how to describe it? It's sort of the type of poetry that you kind of need an English degree to understand. So I was worried that this might be that, so I decided to pick it up through this free avenue, and I will talk about it in my wrap up. These next 2 books are graphic novels I picked up from the supermarket when I saw they were in stock, and that is Heartstopper Volume 3 and Volume 4. I do own Volume 1, but given the fact that Heartstopper has recently got an adaptation on Netflix, I saw that Sainsbury's were stocking some of the volumes for a lot cheaper than they would be just from the bookshop, so I decided to pick up these 2 as these were the 2 they had. Once I've picked up Volume 2, I will be very excited to continue on with this series. I really did enjoy Volume 1, but I found that it was over too fast. So what I'm probably going to do is read through probably all the volumes that I own all in one go, so I don't feel like it cuts off too fast. The next book I have is one that I have already read, and it is The Seep by Channa Porter. This book is about an alien invasion, but in the quietest sense. This alien race wants to discover what it means to be human and wants to observe humanity, and in exchange for allowing humans to be observed, they want to fix all of humanity's problems. And this book follows a couple of characters who have known what life was like before the alien invasion, and it's a couple of years post that, so they've already been living with the Seep for a number of years, and it is about a character grieving the loss of her wife, even though her wife is not technically dying. Her wife has decided to be reborn so that all that she knows is the Seep, and so that she thinks that she will find peace in that way. So it's sort of about grief and holding on to the past and moving on, and it was just a really incredible story. I think this won't work for everybody though, especially given the fact that it's very, like I said, very quiet sci-fi, and it feels very much like the exploration of a concept, But I basically picked this up when I was at Gaze the Word and I was dropping off a bunch of books, and I always like to support them, so I thought I'd pick up a book that I had already read and really liked, so I bought this one. And the final book I have might seem a little bit random, and that is Cece's Verses, The Poetic Diary of Empress Elizabeth by Elizabeth Jo Harriet. So Empress Elizabeth is or was a historic figure in Austria and Hungary, and is still to this day very well loved by a lot of the people, especially in Austria. And here's my receipt. I last week, in fact, went with a friend to see Elizabeth the musical, which is based on her life with a slight fantasy twist, where it's Elizabeth's lifelong love affair with the personification of death. Sounds weird, but it totally works. It's very, very good. But we went to the Cece Museum to learn more about Elizabeth and the life that she led. And something that really struck me from going through the exhibit was her poetry and the sort of sadness that you could really see coming through her poetry. So I picked this up, and I hope this is going to include a lot of her poems. It looks like a lot about her life as well, but again, a lot of the books in the gift shop were in Austrian or German, so this was one of the only ones I could find in English. If not, I will be trying to find another collection of her work because I really enjoyed her writing style. And there you have it. Those are the 6 books that I bought in the month of June, and unfortunately I didn't get rid of any, so I will have to do better with that next month. So do let me know of any books that you've purchased recently. I'd love to know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.